There's one guy at the top, obviously, someone coming off a career performance on Sunday, setting the rookie record for passing yards, game-winning drive, and more so than just the numbers was how he did it. Watching him just go to work, it was so much fun, and it takes you back to watching him last year at Ohio State, and he did it throughout the season, but really against Georgia and in the college football playoffs, how he performed in that game was like, okay, yeah, I'm perfectly fine putting all my chips in the middle on this guy. And we've talked about it before. Again, the goal shouldn't be try to find the next Patrick Mahomes. That's not the goal.
No.
The goal should be find a top 8 to 12 quarterback
Yep.
in the draft. And watching that CJ Stroud against Georgia, you thought, all right, yeah, this guy can be that type of player. So far, hasn't let us down. I mean, he has been as advertised and then some. And the tape has been great, but and then just look at the raw numbers, 14 touchdown passes. That's more than Dak Prescott. That's more than Joe Burrow, more than Trevor Lawrence. It's more than Kenny Pickett and Matthew Stafford put together combined. So he's putting up the numbers, and not just the touchdowns, but he's not the takeaways aren't there either, or the
Right.
giveaways, I should say.
Right.
One interception on 279 pass attempts. The only quarterback close to that efficiency is Lamar Jackson. He's got 3 interceptions on far fewer attempts, 253. So what CJ Stroud is doing right now, you see the poise, you see the rhythm, see the accuracy, just how in tune he is with his entire body and his decision making. It is very, very impressive. And, again, I think we can point back to that Ohio State tape and, showing how he could do this at the college level. And you wondered, okay, some of the aspects of the NFL. But I think this is also a reminder of so much of quarterback play as rookies. And, we can project all these guys as much as we want, but where they land, the coaching, the development they receive, that matters so much. And we need to give a lot of credit to that Texans coaching staff, especially OC Slowick. I mean, what they're doing with Stroud, yes, it's mostly the quarterback, but the coaching staff and the way they're developing him. And, it helps to have a cornerstone left tackle. It helps that the receivers are stepping up. So it's all about CJ Stroud. But again, the situation that he went into, that plays a major part as well.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you gave him a shout out. But that was looking at this Texans team, any quarterback that I felt that they would take, that they were likely to take, I felt it was still a solid situation to drop them in. I thought the offensive line, they traded for Shaq Mason. I know he's had injuries, the whole offensive line has. But also just like this receiving room, I was like, okay, Robert Woods, okay, Nico Collins, okay, all right, Noah Brown, okay, all right. Oh, John Mechie, all right, okay, these guys are all fine. I like these guys. They all have they have potential to be a nice role player and stuff. Dalton Schultz, okay, it's just solid. But he is making them better, and that's what you want. And it's like it's nice that he's solid. So I felt good about how ever that this situation would be dropped in, and then you contrast that with maybe the Panthers, and you're like, oof. But you watch him and his timing. I went off on this on Sunday. It's clinic tape. It's what you teach. It's how just the drop back stuff, how quickly he gets rid of the ball. His eyes is like, I mean, even just how he moves in the pocket, like his sack rate's pretty low for a rookie. That's always promising. And then, I mean, he's just putting up numbers. So it's nice that people are kind of noticing this, but it's like, this has been consistent throughout the whole rookie year. So it's really cool to see a guy drop in and kind of like you referred to the Georgia tape, but like even the Northwestern game last year, when he was truly like, he only finished with like 78 yards that game, but several drops. It was a really windy day. That was the game that really put him over the top for me because he was line driving throws through this like really windy day. He was being used as a runner, and he's creating more than he ever had to do in college. And it's been other than that Georgia game that you referred to, but it's just been really good stuff. I'm all aboard. Like, just he is so accurate. He makes all the right decisions time and time again. That does have something to do with the coaching and running a good scheme, but also the quarterback has to do it.